I started my real estate business to help my community with the biggest investment of their lives. I grew up here, so why not help the people in my city? Who knows the city better than me? Let's go to each neighborhood so I can show you around. Love the way you live.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? I'm Martin Encinas Leon, and today I'm with a very special guest. This amazing individual next to me is someone I look up to. She's an advocate and the chair of the SMART program, which I'm lucky to be a part of. When it comes to strategic planning or raising funds, there's no one like her. I have the honor to introduce you to Lisa Farmer. Thank you, Lisa, for being here. How are you today?
I'm doing well. I'm so excited you're here.
So please tell us a bit more about what you do and what's the why behind what you do.
Sure. As you know from my work on SMART, I call myself an activist and an advocate. As a person who grew up in a low-income household with a single mom, I witnessed firsthand what it means to have and need a community. And so when I was able to go forward in my life and I was lucky enough to get a college degree and launch out into the world, that really inspired me because of the hard work that it took to get there. And I thought to myself, why do we leave this up to chance for everybody? Why do we just say, hey kids, sink or swim? And so instead I decided that I was going to spend my life carrying my ladder around that I climbed up on, that I was going to help other people use it and climb up too.
And how did you take those experiences and how did it start, I guess, your consulting firm?
I started my business after raising money for a gubernatorial campaign for 4 years. And after traveling across Massachusetts for 4 years, I knew pretty much everybody in the Northeast. And I started my own business. I started counseling and consulting to political campaigns and being the private coach of the politician, the elected official or the candidate.
That's a real, started from the bottom and then you built your business. And I know that you're involved with a lot of different organizations. What's the most fulfilling, or what do you like the most about helping these different organizations?
Especially with politics, I like being connected to the issues of the day because the issues of the day really reflect what people's lives are about. And that's what I want to be part of, right? People's lives. How do we make lives easier? How do we make them better? How do we make them more promising, more interesting, more successful? And so politics allows me to do that. And there are times in life that you feel like you really want to step on the gas. Let's do more, let's change more. And then somebody gets elected to public office whose values you don't agree with, and you think, oh my God, please don't change anything more. This is as much as I can take. This is not matching my values. So there's a brilliance in the pace of the way government works, but because I really want to be part of people's everyday lives, getting involved in social justice, fundraising, for me was a way to touch people every day and know that they were getting what they needed on a regular basis based on their needs for housing, their needs for childhood goods, their needs for education, whatever it might be. In nonprofit, I was able to be closer to people versus closer to the process.
And outside of your work, what are some things that you like to do, or some things that most people don't know about you?
Well, when we're not working, which seems to be pretty often these days, we travel. We travel a lot. We make sure that we go to places particularly that are very cultural whenever possible. We like to eat everything. So, where you're having breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and drinks, you lay that out first and then you decide, okay, we might have time to go to a museum. Or today we might go to the beach because at the beach there's a great place for paella. It's a good excuse to practice my not so perfect Spanish.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time to sit here with me and share a bit more about yourself. I love seeing you work and what you do. You're very inspiring. So thank you once again and love the way you live.